hate this thing. I hate this thing. The world is crazy. The world is crazy. Okay, so talk to me. I'm told. Hi. I'm so proud of you. This superstar, like billboard things. Oh my god.
What is going on? I mean, I know you're a superstar. There's something I don't know about?
Right? Yeah, women in music. This is like she's on
You
a
know
red
who you're
carpet.
playing with?
I do. I mean,
Red
I think
carpet and wait, and all these like who walked by? All these like major artists.
Beyonce.
Crazy.
I saw something.
Are you being serious?
I don't know.
My left was like Hedy.
Yes,
We
yes.
were next to each other. It was pretty.
Oh wow.
It was really.
But I wouldn't have known unless Neely posted.
Oh.
That's
Oh well, thank God for Neely.
thank God for Neely. Yeah. So I'm totally happy to do whatever. Do you want me to do some Torah somewhere?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I put these in. These are all based on other, like last month's basically.
Okay.
So like whatever you
If it
notice
fits.
the welcome street.
Yeah. If it fits.
Connecting with all.
Okay. Okay, great.
I would love for you to connect everything. you
Okay,
know,
so I'll
like-
do a little Adarish stuff.
Yeah.
And then at the
She mentioned something.
so this woman is from
Ukraine.
yeah, so this woman is here from this organization called Elmet.
Okay.
Where it's she's pretty amazing. She is the executive director in the Warsaw office. And so she's going to speak about the ways that the organization has helped Ukraine this past year.
So that'll be before.
I thought before how she did with the
Perfect.
they were praying
Yeah,
peace.
where another moment I always think is nice is
Right after Silent
leading
Night.
into Silent
Okay,
Night,
fine.
just to say quick,
Yeah,
just to
fine.
explain that, but then also out of it.
Yeah,
like,
kinda
look,
after.
we'll play Oseh Shalom, and then between here,
You know what? I
between
think
here and Bayoma,
that's perfect. I'll do that.
Yeah.
It'll be very quick. And then also,
Thank you.
you know what's going on Emily's
Yeah, no, she said she
and
might
I'm
say
sorry.
something.
I have to sit down with you. And I hope that there's a seed planted in your head about continuing.
I'd love to.
You would? Oh, thank God. Okay, good. 'Cause
Are you kidding? This is the best. I mean,
you enjoy it? Okay.
I got to play music and
Okay,
see
okay.
you and
Okay, good. I'm glad. And we hired the woman who's here on Shabbat.
oh yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Thank you. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And yes. Yes.
Seems excited to join you.
It's going to be over here.
I'm in isolation zone.
No, you can grab it. It's a wireless.
What'd you say?
It's wireless.
Thank you. I'm just teasing. I'm like, I'm in the.
Yes, what I heard is that we're doing this one,
Let me just grab this. Yeah.
and then whatever, we'll talk.
Because I'm a little bit in the dark too.
So we're doing this one, then there's nothing next month because it's Pesach.
Correct.
Then we'll do one in May,
And then are
and
we
then it's
done?
the summer.
But maybe
So
we'll,
then, like,
we'll pick up
whatever
again
you-
in August.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that'd be great.
Okay.
me know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Okay. Well, this was a good. What did they say? Verbal agreement.
verbal agreement. I am recording everything.
That's true. It's all streamed, right? Okay. Oh, I hadn't seen Jean in a long time. Hi. Welcome back. How are you?
We get to go, Didon?
Bless you.
Good to go?
No. This is gonna be tough.
Shabbat shalom, everybody. We've all braved the atmospheric river. That's pretty awesome. I'm not sure what an atmospheric river is, but I think it's happening outside. Good Shabbos, everybody. We're going to try to sing and dance and warm up the room. Please join us. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey! Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey! Alai, lai, 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 alai, lai, 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 alai, lai, alai, lai, 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 lai. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Zach, why don't you play a little? Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Hey, 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 help us out. Ya lai, 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 ya lai, lai, ya lai, 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 lai. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Good Shabbos, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So one of the things I ask my B'nai Mitzvah students, so the students who are having their bar and bat mitzvah, when I kind of interview them at kind of their last meeting before they have their bar or bat mitzvah, I ask them to think about one or two people who have helped them to get exactly where they are at that very moment. So some of them turn to their parents and they name their parents. Others name a grandparent or sometimes a teacher. But the answers are always different. I always love hearing the stories and watching their minds think who got them to this very moment. And so I want you to think the same thing tonight. When you think about this moment, this Jewish moment, who is it that maybe pushed you along your way, or inspired you, or nudged you to get to where you are right now? And if you're willing, this is kind of a get to know each other moment. to turn to the person next to you or behind you. Maybe share who that person is. I know, it's so awkward. I see everyone's eyes. I don't want to do it, but you can do it. And if it means you have to get up for a second, it's your chance to introduce yourself to someone. Welcome to the Orden Family Friday Night Live. Who inspired you to get to this moment? You said your mother? Yeah, yeah. No, she did it. Did he? What does that mean?
Like, I think he asked me if the remote did it. Whose idea? He always has these like executors. He is. How about this person? You did say I have an idea and tell Eris to text him.
I get a little shy about things. See? See? Oh my God, I love that. You're like, oh, there it is. I was like, it was me.
That's like a great realization, though.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Like, I think.
But own that. Like, you're
Yeah.
the brainstormer.
Doesn't wipe out.
We're like, I don't know. How you gonna say? How you got to this moment.
I love it. Ooh, look it, guys. Okay, sorry, we got lost in our own conversation over here. But something I was thinking about, I'll share my answer, or an answer, and I'd love to hear. First of all, I hope you are so immersed and deep in this conversation. If not, it's even better. You're meeting each other. But I was growing up in Orange County, not a lot of Jews in southern Orange County, in Laguna Hills in, I don't know, the late 80s, early 90s. And my rabbi, who is the dean of the Ziegler School of Rabbinic Studies, Rabbi Artson, he noticed that my mom would take my siblings and myself to services every Saturday. Well, little do we know that they couldn't make a minyan on Friday night. And so he said to my mom, you know, I noticed Nicole, I'm Nicole, likes to speak. Do you think she would give a Devar Torah a speech on Friday nights? Both. Speak and talk. You got me, it's okay. And so I started to come on Friday nights and deliver a Devar Torah, deliver a sermon, a speech. There were all of 10 people who would come on Friday nights, my family, my grandparents, but we got a minyan. And from that, I started to enjoy Friday night services, which eventually helped lead me on my Jewish path. But I would love to hear one or two. One or two. I know, just gotta be the first one. I was the first, who wants to be the second? One or two. Please, yeah, Donna. Ooh. I love it. We don't always get a chance to acknowledge ourselves. Beautiful. Please. Beautiful. Is that a technical term to say Jewiness? I liked it. I like it. That's beautiful, though. Thank you. Anyone else? So even if you don't say the person's name out loud or the people's names, hold that person with you, hold those people with you, and maybe, was there another one? Oh, wait, Sasha, you have an answer? Oh, your answer is your daughter. You want to say more about it?
My daughter inspires me to be the best Jew man person that I can be.
He's a Jew man. That's a new thing. A Jew man.
Beyond human.
Human and Jew man.
So hold those people with you. Also realize that you too act as an inspiration for others along their journey. And enjoy Shabbat with us as we gather together, celebrate, and pray. L'chune Ranina, page 27. 27.
לכו נרננה לאדוני נריה לצו אישנו נקדמה פנה בתודה בזמירות נריע לו. Page 30. Yallai la la da da da, lai lai lai, lai lai la 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 lai lai. Yallai la 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 lai, lai lai lai, yallai la 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 lai lai, lai lai lai, yallai lai lai, yalla la lai lai lai, yallai lai lai, yalla lo, yallai lai lai, yalla lai lai lai, yallai lai lai, yalla lai 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 lai. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסו מיום ליום ישועתו. איי 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 ספור הגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. יאללה לה 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 לי לי לי, יאללה לה 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 לי, יאללה לה 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 לי לי לי, יאללה לה 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 לי לי לי, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה לה יאללה לו, יאללה לה לה יאללה לה לה לה, יאללה לה לה יאללה לה 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 לו. Lecha Dodi, we greet the Shabbat bride. And always, if you don't know the words or you can't find the page, please sing lai la lai, clap, shake, whatever you're feeling. Anything you're feeling is the right thing to do.
Page 42.
Lecha Dodi, likat penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה. lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נשוכה, סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה. lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה Shabbat nekabela. We rise, we face the door, greeting the Shabbat bride. We skip to the bottom, to the end, the bottom page. 43. Shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha ubetzoala. Am segula, boi kala, lecha dodi, ikat kala, v'nei Shabbat lecha dodi, likat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela, lecha dodi, likat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Let's go! Lai, 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 lai. Lai, 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 lai. Oh, 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 oh. Guido! Oh, lai, 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 lai. Loi, 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 loi. Ya la lai, 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 ya la la lai, loi. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Feel free to take a seat.
Shabbos. We're actually gonna. This is my best friend, brother from another mother, Gidon, playing percussion. He wrote a beautiful song about love, and we're about to say the Shema. And what I love about Shema more than anything is it's surrounded, it's kind of engulfed by love. There's love, blessings of love before it. There's love throughout Ve'ahavta, so it's kind of surrounded by love. And I love that idea that really, I think such an essential part of love, of loving someone, is listening, and really listening. So we're going to listen to my friend Gidon's song. The song is called Give a Little.
Take a little. Give a little, take a little.
All right, here we
Give a
go.
little.
Give a little, take a little, that's what love is all about. Give a little, take a little, that's how we can work it out. Give a little, take a little, that's what love is all about. Give a little, take a little, then pass it around. Don't get caught up in selfishness. Working together, we can reach the highest. There is a reason that we are here. can find it. The answer is clear.
Give a little, take a little.
That's what love is all about.
Give a little, take a little.
That's how we
Sing with
work
us.
it out.
Give a, take a little.
That's what love is all about.
Give a little, take a little.
Then you pass it around. There is a balance that we can achieve. We can find it. Just get rid of greed. There is a mountain across the sea. We can climb it when we agree.
Hey! Give a little, take a little.
That's what love is all about.
Give a little, take a little.
That's how we can work it out.
Give a little, take a little.
That's what love is all about.
Give a little, take a little.
Then you pass it around.
Chloe on violin. Whoa! Give a little, take a little.
That's what love is all about.
Give a little, take a little.
That's how we can work it out.
Give a
Baruch
little.
atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Ohev Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקמך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך ובטרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
So it's hard to believe, but roughly a year ago, we gathered together, Sinai Temple and other faith communities, to mark the moment where Russia invaded Ukraine. And we came together, as I said, with all different faith communities, all different ages, and we decided to gather together to pray for peace. And if you remember, one of the things we did is we put together different kind of medical packages to send to Ukraine at the time, and it was a beautiful sight in our lobby to see the lobby overflowing with different kinds of emergency equipment that as a community here in Los Angeles, we could do for communities that are thousands of miles away. But when a year goes by, you can't not mark the moment. You can't pretend that time goes by and people aren't continuing to hurt and to die and are in need of constant assistance and, of course, our prayers. And so it is fortuitous that we have an incredible resource, an incredible woman who is here with us this evening to help shed light as to what is happening in that region, and I'd like to share a little bit about her. Marta Kubicka, I did it terribly. I was good? Okay. Is the executive director of the Warsaw office of the European Leadership Network. I want you to remember that, ELNET, where she fosters diplomatic relationships between Israel and Central and Eastern European countries. Marta is currently focused on developing initiatives that promote Israel's innovative solutions in the field of with the goal of aiding Ukrainian refugees and building community resilience in Central and Eastern Europe. I couldn't imagine needing exactly that, and to have you, Marta, bringing that kind of experience and expertise to the region. And with over 18 years of experience, Marta applies her educational background in Jewish studies and political science to forge meaningful people-to-people ties between Israel and the European countries. I hope that you will help me give a Sinai temple and a teed welcome to Marta as she addresses us tonight.
Thank you, Rabbi Guzik. Hello, everyone. I am very overwhelmed, in a way, to see so many of you here. I wanted to thank Tom and Judy Flesh, whom I met in Warsaw less than a week ago, and we had an amazing time. So thank you, Tom and Judy, for hosting me at the Sinai community, Sinai Temple. I will be very brief, but I'll stay for dinner, so I'll be happy to tell you more if you will have any more questions. Yeah, it's very hard to imagine that the war is still ongoing after a year. It's not being mentioned enough as it should be all over the press. I wanted to tell you that being in Warsaw right now at this time and seeing how a population of the largest Polish city grew by 10% since a year, and having over 9 million people crossing the border between Ukraine and Poland is something that it's very hard to imagine if you're not there. We as ELNET, our organization was established 15 years ago with an idea to foster relations between Israel and Europe and to bring as many European policymakers and experts to Israel to show them the real Israel, to give them the real Israel experience as we can. COVID somehow prevented, but then we returned to our core mission of building delegations. Right now we bring between 30 to 35 delegations of top-level policymakers from Europe to Israel every year. And I think this is one of the biggest projects that we have, but our office in Warsaw couldn't really stand idly when we saw what's happening right at our doorstep. And I wanted to create a program that will not only fulfill our core mission by bringing Israel and Poland and Central Eastern Europe together, but also that will be a real help for the refugees. And so we did create a project where we started bringing Israeli experts, top experts in the field of war-induced trauma, PTSD, treatment and prevention, and crisis management. We started with Zoom calls, then we brought them to Poland, then we brought a couple of delegations of policymakers to Israel, so we can start changing the idea how Europe, and especially Central Eastern Europe, think about disasters, man-made disasters, because war is a man-made disaster, something that could be easily prevented. And we ended up with providing training to mental health professionals from Poland and Ukraine and Lithuania, who are also, some of them are refugees themselves. Tom and Judy had a chance to visit a very moving seminar. We had a 5-month training in cooperation with Community Stress Prevention Center in Kiryat Shmona, and Professor Muli Lahad, who is a top Israeli expert in the field of crisis management and trauma. During those 5-month training, 95 mental health professionals from Poland and Ukraine came to Warsaw for a weekend every month. So Tom and Judy participated in the last weekend. I'm sorry you missed the graduation ceremony, which was extremely moving. Half of those people were Ukrainians, and 15 women came from Ukraine every month to Warsaw. And you have to understand that traveling from Ukraine to Poland right now is between 15 to 48 hours on a bus. They needed the Israeli knowledge so much, they were so determined that they were ready to really travel a horrible distance in very bad conditions just to be there, just to learn. And I think that Europe can learn a lot from Israel, and that's why I joined ELNET. That's why I'm very privileged and very honored to continue this mission. And again, I'll be very happy to talk to you after the event. I just want to say at the very, to finish it, a lot of people think that Ukraine is fighting with Russia and that's their war. It's not. It's a war between East and West. It's a war between tyranny and democratic values. And we really need to support Ukraine any way we can. So thank you so much to you as community for your support. It was very moving to hear how you joined forces with other communities and you supported Ukrainians. They still need your help. So I just want to end with that.
And I also want to let you know that Marta will be here tomorrow addressing our community. We have a lunch at about 12:15 tomorrow. You're still welcome to join. So if there are those of you who would like to come Shabbat afternoon, 12:15, to hear Marta speak a little bit more and to share other stories, please just come out to me after the service. You'll be our guest for Shabbat, and we would love to have you. So taking Marta's words and her stories and her charge and action to all of us to make sure to keep Ukraine deep in our hearts and at the front of our minds, we're going to ask everyone to think about people who are not sitting right next to you, but thousands of miles away, and pray for peace for them, for the region, letting them go to sleep at night, praying that they wake up in peace in the morning. We sing the Hashkivenu prayer together, our prayer for peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Shalom vehamidenu malkeinu
We rise for the silent Amidah.
Oh, I didn't know if we're doing Le'ila.
Oh yeah, we will lead in with Kaddish. Let's see Kaddish.
Page 78.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה ועלמא דיברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חון וביומי חון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל ובזמן קריב וימרו אמן יהי שמי אבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה ויחוד לילה ולילה לילה ולילה מכל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה נחמתה נמירה בעלמה ואימו ואימו לילה ולילה לילה beyond any words, any song, any prayer that is whispered in this world and the next world and the next world and the next world. Layla. Open my eyes. Open my heart. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 sfatai tfiftach. Na 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 ufi yagid. Ufi yagid eilatecha. We take a moment for silent meditation.
Silent Amidah is found on page 79.
עושה הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועמו אמן יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל 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 יעשה שלום שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם על כל העולם על כל
Please be seated. So you know we are right in this middle of the month of Adar. Anyone have a chance to celebrate Purim? Yeah? Oh, good, good. Okay, so when you think about the story of Purim, the whole idea is that it's a topsy-turvy story. Haman, what happened? Yeah, thank you. Haman, the evil, right? The evil ooh, thank you. I don't think that's ever happened before. I love it, thank you. So Haman decrees for the demise of the Jews, and if you know the end of the story, the exact opposite happens, where at the end it's really the demise of Haman. And if you look at our rabbinic tradition, we are told that something specific increases during the month of Adar, during this Hebrew month. Does anyone know what increases during this particular month? Joy. Joy. So interesting. I heard happiness, but specifically it's joy. Joy is what is meant to increase during this month. And I think it's so fascinating because when you think about the things we want to raise up in our life, you know, when you think about kind of New Year's resolutions, often people will say, I really want to focus on my health right now, which we should. Or I really want to focus on my professional career. But that's not what our Jewish tradition asks us to do. Right smack in the middle of this calendar, what we're told, especially in a story where we see everything goes upside down, you are meant to pause and increase your pools, your sources of joy. Now, I think that is much easier said than done. There's a story about Rabbi Samson Raphael Hirsch where he's getting older, and he surprises his students because when someone's an older rabbi, you don't really imagine them suddenly deciding to take off and go on a trip to Switzerland. And so all of his students who are used to studying Torah with him are shocked. And they ask him, Rabbi, why would you take this moment in your elder years to go on this trip to Switzerland? And what he says, and he thinks about a piece in the Talmud, is he said, you know, one day I'm going to stand before God, and God will certainly ask me various questions about my life. God's going to ask me if I had integrity in my business, and I hope I'll answer yes. And God is going to ask me if I studied Torah, and you know, that's what I do. I study Torah. But what am I going to do when God looks me in the eye and says, you know, what did you think of my Alps? And the rabbi took that story from the Talmud to remind himself that if we spend every day stuck with our eyes towards the ground and not with our eyes upward, looking at God's wondrous beauty, but also looking at each other and connecting with each other, we won't know how to increase our sources of joy. Increasing our sources of joy, that's a choice. It's not fleeting like happiness. Joy is a practice. It's saying every single day when I wake up in the morning, when I get the opportunity to wake up in the morning and take a new breath of life, I get to walk outside the door and I get to be a part of God's creation. That's acknowledging a moment of joy. And the idea is that joy is meant to be practiced and meant to be cultivated so that when we experience stories like Purim, those topsy-turvy days, I'm sure we could go around the room and everyone has had some kind of topsy-turvy day or month or year, that when we have those moments of brokenness and sorrow, it's our pool of joy. It's our cushion of joy that bolsters us and strengthens us and allows us to walk on the journey of life. And so for the rabbi, it was the Alps. But for you, it may be something completely different. What is it that will increase the joy that you need, that we all need, during this particular moment in your life? And so what we're actually going to do, we do this at every chance we have to gather as an Hedy community. We're going to kind of pinpoint some of those moments of joy for people in their lives tonight. It's a chance for us to connect and see each other. It's a little bit of good and welfare. But we'd love to hear from you. Any moments of joy that you're experiencing now in your life, this past week, this past month, that you want to share with the community. Please, and please share your name. Wow. Mazel tov. So a new uncle. Mazel tov, uncle. Uncle Ian. Mazel tov. What else? Tom.
I might be not in the age demographic over here, but I just want to, I have so many reasons to have joy in my life. I've been blessed with many, many, many wonderful things, starting with my great wife over here. But Rabbi, while I was listening to the service, it came to mind that I don't remember how many years ago it was when Judy and I had the great pleasure of knowing a young rabbinical student who had aspirations of becoming a rabbi that will affect people and bring joy to their lives and influence them for so many good things. And that young rabbi traveled with the JDC to Cuba to go help Jews in need, forgotten Jews that desperately needed help. And she was there and she did that and continued that path forward in her career. And then Judy and I had the pleasure of being in Poland just last week to meet Marta. And we were reminded by her of her actions, of what she's doing to help so many people. Martha, she mentioned a few things, but her real efforts go way beyond what she told you today. And what she did with refugees, trying to find homes for people that are desperately looking for someplace to have roof over their heads and food and shelter, and divided families, and spread them out throughout the continent and all different countries in Europe to try to find a home for them. It's just remarkable. So the joy that I experienced today is that. And by the way, that young rabbi, Nicole Guzik. So.
And what you may all not know, so you've heard that this is Tom and this is Judy, Judy and Tom Flesh, and Judy's parents are Ted and Hedy Orden. This is the Ted and Hedy Orden and Family Friday Night Live. And so we just want to acknowledge your beautiful family for continuing to create those sources of joy for us each and every month. There is another source of joy that I'm hoping will be announced. Yeah? Yeah? Now where is...
So this service obviously me and the rabbis and this band, and has been a vision of Ted and Hedy, and it will continue to go on, please God, forever and ever. My husband and I are excited with that. Our family is growing. We're expecting another child, so my stay at Atid is going to be going on a little bit of a hiatus, and Atid is going to continue to evolve. So while I won't physically be here, I'll be at home with my children, God's willing. I'm excited that the future of Atid will continue to go on and to grow, and I couldn't be more grateful to all of you, because we couldn't have this community without all of you guys and without our clergy and this amazing band who, I don't know how out of COVID you were born, and you have grown and prospered and carried our community. And I know this is just the beginning, not the end, whether I'm physically here leading the dinners and setting up. Just want everybody to know that I'm grateful for you and for this community, and for the opportunity to have been here for 2.5 years. And I'll still be around, so please don't be a stranger. Shabbat Shalom, and thank you guys for everything.
Yeah.
So we don't want Brianna to go down so quickly. When thinking about a gift on behalf of our Orden Friday Night Live family here, we wanted to present you with this challah board. And the challah board reads, "We bless you with the sanctity of Shabbat as you have created Shabbat and provided community for so many others. So I hope every time you use this challah board with your family, you'll think of us, but you'll also think of the community and all of the lives you've touched over your time here at Sinai Temple." Okay.
Aleinu. Speaking of joy and gratitude, let's rise for Aleinu. I just want to say that I get so much joy from doing this, and all these wonderful musicians I get to play with. That's Brock on the bass, Brock Pollock. This is Gidon Schickler on percussion and singing. This is Chloe Pomeradi on violin and beautiful vocals. And that's Zach Lobner on clarinet and singing. Yeah. I'm David, and it's such a joy to be here with you. Thank you, Brianna, for creating that out of COVID. And Aleinu, let's pray.
Page 98.
There will come a day. 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 By your mouth, by your mouth, by your mouth, by your mouth. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים בשתיים אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Good Shabbos. Please be seated. It's at this moment in which we recall those who no longer walk this earth, but whose memories inspire our everyday. For those who are remembering someone tonight, I'll ask you to please rise at this time. The Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 101 and page 102. 101 and 102. Yit Gadal, V'yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma, Divra, Kerute, V'yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, V'yizman Kari, V'imru, Amen. Yehei, Shmei, Rabbah, Mevarach, Le'elam, Olamei, Amaya. Yit Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh, Vit Hadar, Vitale, Vitalal, Shemei Dekudisha, Vrichu. Le'ela, Minkol, Birchata, Vishirata. Tush Bechata, Venechamata, Da'amiram Be'alma, Vimru, Amen. Yehei, Shlama Rabba, Min Shemaya, V'chaim, Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. Osei Shalom Bimramav, Hu Ya'asei Shalom. Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Vimru, Amen. May the peace in the heavens be extended here on earth. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. Dinner announcements. Buffet in Barad. Oh, straight through here. Even better. I love it. So immediately following services, we invite you to join us for Shabbat dinner right through this hallway in Barad Hall. And we get a chance to continue our celebration of Shabbat together.
Let's stand up as we finish the service. Let's send our loving energy, our joyous energy, our peaceful energy to Ukraine. Let's send it to Eretz Israel. Let's send it everywhere in the world where it's needed. And let's sing this together. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Hey! Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al salam, shalom. Hey, 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 hey. Ya na 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 na. עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, שלום, סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, שלום, 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 סלאם, סלאם, שלום, סלאם, שלום, סלאם, שלום, סלאם, שלום. Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom everybody. Savri lechaim. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam bore peri agafen. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav v'atzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים. Do we have a little motzi?
We have a little motzi.
Chloe, you want to go for it?
פותח את ידיך ומצביע לכל חי רצון, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ.
Amen. Shabbat shalom. Enjoy your meal. Good Shabbos. See you next time. Good Shabbos.
We wish you all a Shabbat of peace and joy. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you so much, Todd. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Would you like some challah?
It's been a journey this past month. How are you doing?
We got an outro. No? Music, house music. Kind of status quo.